Good morning. This is Bobby Dupre with the Bobby Dupre Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. And of course, the program replays in its entirety on the television portion Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. And those of you that are watching it on your iPads or iPhones or whatever, computers, Androids, whatever internet connection you may have, we welcome you. And you can actually watch the program at any time on your after the original showing at 7 a.m. on Thursday morning. It's on the air, and you can go to
KDCG.com and go to the Bobby Dupre Show and watch. We got weeks and weeks worth of shows out there for you to watch.
And if someone tells you, well, you were on, look like about the second quarter, we do it in quarters, 4 quarters. So if you want to fast forward it, you can do that. Or if you want to watch the whole Bobby Dupre Show, which we certainly hope you do, and you also consider the services of our sponsors.
I got a nice note last week from Randy Wagley, who watched the High School Association's induction of Coach Dotrieve into the Hall of Fame, and he downloaded the pictures and watched the show and sent us a nice
we had
note.
suggested that we do that because he wanted some of the pictures.
Exactly. So good morning, Randy, and the whole crew.
Yep.
The whole Wagley family.
My sidekick, Andrew Gitros. Good morning, Andrew.
And are we going to talk about the fact that we're in a little different environment today?
Why not mention that?
Sure.
For the first time, the Bobby Dupre Show is being pre-taped here in Karen Crow, Louisiana, at the home office of Delta Media. Delta Media purchased KDCG station approximately 2 years ago, and during this time, we kind of were kept abreast of when we might make a move. And until this week, we weren't exactly sure what week it would be, but the facility is real nice. Steve, Matt, Matt Guitro and Matt LeBlanc and Steve Gauthier are all here this morning trying to get the thing going. And after this, it'll be routine like it's been for many years now.
And for our viewers, it doesn't look much different at all, because they still see that what we call the virtual set. The computer makes the set, and we sit at almost the identical desk, and we just got to get used to a little different surroundings.
And
but it's not bad.
We're up in the air a little bit, and the camera's up, and they'll fine tune it over a period of. I see Steve acknowledging.
They'll fine tune us. I don't think it's a problem with the equipment.
If they don't fire us first.
That's right.
But Chuck Wood, who is the general manager of the radio and the television portion of Delta Media, came in. Welcome. I was glad to see Chuck here this morning. It made me feel good.
And when you drive by, if you're ever wondering about where Delta Media is, it's the old Angel's restaurant, which I guess is right across the street, I-49 from Préjean's restaurant. It's in that building. Their business offices are inside the old Angel's restaurant. There's some huge metal buildings in the back full of studios, the radio studios, the television studios, because they own quite a few different media products here.
Right. And so we glad that we made it. It's about a 15-minute drive from my house to here, so it's no.
You got up what time? About 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning? Make sure you made it on time?
5:30. No, 5:30. Well, actually 5 o'clock, because I woke up before the clock was set for 5:30, which is generally gives me enough time. And I had hoped to be here for 8:30, and I got here at 8:31. So
that's pretty close.
I would have been a few minutes early, but I couldn't find my iPad. I had gone have dinner last night, and I had put it under so that somebody wouldn't see it and break my call just for the iPad. And anyhow, my mind started working properly, and I found it and got here, and things are going to work out real good. Right, Steve?
He's got
it. Good.
And how about some sponsors here? Let's crank up the right way. We'll start with Piggly Wiggly, our first sponsor from the new Karen Crow studio. And talk about them right now. They've got USDA boneless pork chops. The family pack's $1.98 a pound. They've got Carolina Pride smoked picnic hams for 98 cents a pound. They've got turkey breasts, 98 cents a pound. They've got split chicken breasts, $1.18 a pound, and boneless ribeyes, $3.98 a pound. You ain't gonna beat that price. Go by. No. Oh, one other thing. $5.99 for those big Sara Lee cream cheesecakes. You know, if you're going to eat all that good meat, you got to have a little bit of good dessert to go with.
That's right.
Go buy your Piggly.
King cake time right now.
2 locations in Opelousas, one on the south end, one on the north end, and of course in Simsport as well. And one more sponsor, let's go with Carl's Thrifty Way. If you're looking to get your medicine refilled, your prescriptions refilled, go by Carl's. It'll help you out. The trained pharmacists there are good at compounding multiple prescriptions together to make it easier for you to take. They also have all that stuff computerized. Maybe you've bought your prescriptions all year long, and right now you're trying to make those last claims with your insurance. You know, you met your deductible, so now you can go back and file with your insurance to get your reimbursement. I know a lot of people use that extra money. It's your money.
File with your income tax.
Exactly, and you can put it on your income tax as well. So go by Carl's. Great gift selections there as well. Graduation's about to happen. Easter's coming up. You want to decorate the house.
What about Friday night? What about Friday all day? Valentine's.
Oh, this Friday, yes. That's correct. You got to get something for your honey bunch.
That's right.
Get
In
some
fact,
sweets.
that gives me an opportunity to give a shout in. What did
shout out?
A shout out. Friend texted us, and he was glad that that was Tony Patterson with the Louisiana Quarter Horse Breeders Association.
That would give him a shout out.
Give him a shout out. That was cute. Thanks, Tony. And the thank you note was very, very well done, and looking forward to working with Tony in the future. Any situations, Tony, that you and your group feel that we can help HBPA board, please let us know. We're anxious to do what we can for the Louisiana horsemen and the horsemen that use and bring their horses and trainers here to Louisiana. Rocky DeCluet called, and so did Perry Gallo called. Rocky had talked to Perry, so Perry didn't want to take a chance. He called me to remind me that at Toby's Lounge and Reception Center, that's Toby's Little Lodge facility on the old Sunset Highway. You know where Toby's Little Lodge was. Well, the family of Wayne and Ginger and Todd Doucette have really done a nice job of reopening it and make it feel like Toby's. And on Friday night at 9:30 p.m., the great sound of Gino Delafosse and his band will be rocking you.
And he's popular.
And he is popular. And they're starting a little bit later. And the reason for that, you might want to take your sweetie out to dinner earlier and then mosey on down to Toby's and spend
dancing after the meal.
Oh, dancing after the meal like you used to do at Toby's.
Sure.
So it should be a wonderful night. Weather's supposed to be getting nicer by
A little warmer.
A little warmer. So it should be a good day and a good evening.
Okay.
That's at Toby's Little Lodge.
Can we recommend where they go eat before? Let's say Steamboat Warehouse in Washington. Get Mama away from the smell of her own cooking on Valentine's Day. Of course, they always do a tremendous job at the Steamboat Warehouse.
Oh, and that is a busy one, so you might want to go to that 5 o'clock serving.
That's right. Or maybe what you and Mama want to do is maybe even go the night before. Sometimes people, they just kind of plan. This is going to be our Valentine's weekend. You got, why? It's just like your birthday. Your birthday used to be one day a year, but now we make it almost a month. You and I, we make sure that we have a good time about it. Valentine's can be the same way too. You can take Mama out,
Thursday, Friday, or Saturday
sure.
night.
You got plenty of time to go take her and do some good things. And you got Friday night to go dancing, Thursday maybe to go eat. Go to Steamboat Warehouse, great Louisiana steaks, seafood, great wine selection, great adult libations you can enjoy out on the beautiful little wharf. The weather's perfect.
You have a visitor or someone that has never been before, take them there. And
it's historic. It's unusual.
They're going to enjoy the facility. I guarantee you that.
Built in the mid-1800s as an old steamboat warehouse and redone with all that beautiful cypress.
1820, I think. Yes, sir. And it's beautiful. And good food on top of all of that. Okay, something else we want to do. What
did you want to do?
Well, we have quite a few
obituaries.
Couple of them here was from last week, and it says Thomas S. Perkins Sr. Died February, earlier in the week, but the burial took place last Friday, February the 7th. And of course, we call him Tommy Perkins, and Tommy attended high school with us, and he moved there. He moved to Opelousas and was living with his Dr. Couvion. There were two brothers that practiced, and they both lived on Growley, east Growley Street, and near where Chris Boani lived and still lives in that area. And we were trying to go Friday to the services in Lake Arthur, but no, that's not Lake Arthur. That was in Lafayette. Lake Arthur was Donald King the week before, and didn't quite make it, but to the family, I did use the internet service to the funeral home, offering my condolences.
Send a note on their website.
A note, and I didn't know the family, didn't realize that Tommy was living right there all his adult life right in Lafayette, and had lost track of him from high school. And he didn't finish in, I thought he had graduated from Opelousas, but he graduated in Lafayette here at, well, it's in here someplace. One of the schools in Lafayette, and then became a pharmacist and practiced right here in Lafayette. Tommy Perkins, our deepest sympathies. And then, of course, I saw where Rufus Patin died. Rufus was very successful in the oil industry, had retired a few years ago, had a cattle farm right near Sunset Grand Coteau area. And I called this morning and found out the name. I keep forgetting it. He had a cowboy, a young black man, my age, Xavier. Xavier took care of the ranch and took care of baling the hay and took care of the whole thing. And I, of course, had attended SLI at the same time that Rufus did, and remained a friend over the years.
Very successful business.
Very successful business, and to his family, our deepest of sympathies. And then Monday morning, I received a call from Glenn Pete, who is a banker and a friend of mine, and was also a good friend of the deceased Jerry Rayo Jr., Gerald Jerry Rayo Jr., 53 years young. I mean, a mere child.
Brilliant young guy.
Oh,
brilliant. My
first encounter with him was a very good one. J.E. and I were operating the OPAC Premium Finance back in those years. And for some reason or another, we found that most of the bankers that we dealt with had a little trouble grasping how the return premiums and all would return to us. That was our collateral. We would finance, say, 75% of the total premium. And anytime we canceled it, they didn't quite see it. And after 15, 20 minutes, Jerry came in with that crew cut that he still had at his time of death. Probably not 25 years old yet. He, of course, by the time we got through talking about it, he understood it. When he walked out the office, J.E. and I said, together, talking to each other, smartest young man that we've had banker come in here and work on our bank loan.
He understood the two things: low risk, high return. He understood that. Yeah, that's what you need to know in the banking business.
Yep. And to his family, our very deepest, and we could come up with some more stories. I have a good little picture. I didn't find it, but we'd have an annual dinner at Toby's Little Lodge, and he was the speaker one time, and I have a picture of him speaking to our group with that little crew cut. That's how I remembered him. And of course, in recent years, he had become the COO or CEO of Mid-South Bank, and was in line for even higher promotions, I'm sure.
We're going to take a 1-minute break, folks. We're going to see you on the other side of one.